Hello, and welcome to page 22 of my graphic novel of comic strips titled Bound Earth. We're still using this opening sequence here. I like this opening sequence. I did this over the course of a month. It's just hand-drawn animation over a flat painting done on my iPad, and it was fun. It was done on Animation Studios. It's a free app, I believe. There's something relatively close to it. It's not that expensive, if you're interested in doing something like this yourself. So this is a quicker video than most. It only lasts like 8 minutes and 8 minutes 30 seconds. It's page 22 of 65. I'm actually in the process of collecting all the pages now at this point, so and working out trying to find a publisher. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the grand scheme of things. This page has a little simpler layout because we've already established backgrounds and we've already established characters and so on and so forth. So we're getting into the story and worrying more about the characters and the backgrounds. So this is a lot of fun. They're finally using their telescope to do something with, and special thanks to Scott Snyder for his continued support. For the record, I do not draw this fast. This is a sped up video. Just making sure that we're clear on this. We're finally getting into the comic strip, and I finally get to start drawing a lot of different kinds of dinosaurs and stuff, which is why I got into this whole thing in the first place. I loved dinosaurs when I was a kid. Same as comic strips and reading the newspaper every day. I always liked the comic strip BC because they had dinosaurs and cavemen and things like that. One of my favorite children's books was of dinosaurs, and I think that was the title, actually. I can't remember the name of the author. I'll have to look that up. They had these really nice hand-painted images of dinosaurs doing their thing, or what we thought was their thing in 1983. 86, 83, somewhere in there. So anyway, I get to start drawing different kinds of dinosaurs now. And they're all, Muppet friendly. They look kind of like stuffed animals you find in the infant department at Walmart. It's just the way I'm drawing this. It stays with the theme of the all ages, all readers mode that this comic strip is in, this graphic novel. I'm not entirely sure how a T-Rex sneaks up on people, but I'm pretty sure that these guys aren't paying attention. And when I post this on Patreon, you'll see in the actual image that I post with this video that those dinosaurs in the back most definitely see the T-Rex and are frightened out of their skulls, like they're wrapping around and trying to hide behind the tree that they were eating out of. My inking process is simple. Grab some pens, and I tend to use a 005 for the eyes and mouth and for like little detail shading. And then I use a 01 for the bodies and some of the larger shapes in the background with the landscapes and stuff. And I use a 05 for the really dark shadows and to outline the dialogue. I do the dialogue with the 03. I know it's all particular, and that's just in case you want to know how I do this. For the record, I guess. I don't know. I have a lot of fun doing this sort of thing, so it's how I find enjoyment, and it's how I decompress from the way the world is at this point in time. I mean, everybody's mad and angry and yelling at each other, and nobody's smiling or laughing. It seems like social media is a complete drag at this point. So this is my attempt to bring some humor and some joy into the world, and maybe if this gets published as a coloring book, then people can decompress as well using this guy. Again, this is more the mentality of some of the things I've run into at my various jobs. This stuff goes on, and they don't believe the lowest guy on the totem pole, and then they see it for themselves, and suddenly they acknowledge the thing, but they never acknowledge that the lowest guy on the totem pole has said anything about it. So that just seems an awful lot like a work joke. Here we go. It looks like I'm using a brush to cover over some dialogue so I can change it, I guess. Whiting it out. Yeah. I'm using white paint. I know it's probably not what I'm supposed to be using. I'm supposed to be using whiteout, but I don't think I had any at that time, and white paint works just about as well. It was a lot of fun trying to figure out how to draw those brontosauruses wrapping around a tree, scared to death. It kind of reminded me of like Dino from the Flintstones, or Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. I pull a lot of references from cartoons as a kid, and like the Muppets and Jim Davis's Garfield. Things like that. So it's enjoyable. It's fun. I hope it brings other people enjoyment as well. I hope I'm not so weird in my sense of humor that nobody else can laugh at it. And again, every page has to carry the story forward. So it's doing all kinds of details and stuff. I considered going hyper-realistic for the dinosaurs and thought better of it. It would just take too long. I'm trying to crank out these pages. I'm doing it all by myself at this point. Whereas a comic book with Marvel or DC has like 15 people working on it. So I think I'm doing pretty good by keeping it consistent all the way through as far as art style goes. Obviously, you'll see development over time because it takes a long time to do this, and art styles change as you get older and better. I love drawing trees and bushes. I don't know, the detail in them. We have a new patron, Joe Lambden. Thank you for your support. Thanks for jumping on board. Every little bit counts, and I appreciate it a whole lot. And share it with your friends. Show them. If you want to, print off a page and color. Yeah, you're allowed to print off these pages and color. It's cool because you're helping to support the artwork. All right. Well, I'll see you next week. We'll post a new video, and all right.